working on the 2019 Toyota 4Runner. We're going to be changing out these high beams and daytime running lights with a product from VLEDs. We're going to be changing out these high beams and daytime running lights right here on this side of the headlight housing. I've already got the one on the passenger side out, but these are the products we're going to be using. These are the two part numbers that you need for this kit. And I'm going to do a full install for that and walk you through. They do have some instructions on their website, seem to be pretty good. We're going to use all the products that they sent with it, and hopefully I don't have to make any changes or anything different there. I'll open up both of these boxes and show you what these kits contain. On this kit right here, this is really the bulbs that come in the box here. So if we're looking in there, they give you this instruction card, and you can go to their website. And then you have got each bulb in here. See if I can turn it for you this way. You've got each bulb in here with a module built into them. They give you this Allen wrench type screwdriver here. You've got some double-sided tape and some zip ties. One thing I did notice on their website is they want you to make sure these are clocked properly. We'll talk about that as we go into the installation. They do have a nice fan here on the back. So again, LEDs do get very warm, so you do need some that are fan cooled. I do recommend that if you're looking for LED bulbs for your vehicle. Get something that's fan cooled. Talking about how you clock these, once you go ahead and put this in position, they want that wire straight up and down, or they want that this bulb is straight up and down like that. And they've got that Allen head screw right here at the bottom. So you can actually rotate this ring until you've got that clocked exactly the way that it should be inside to get the best light output. On this kit right here, you got to have this kit to do this install. This is pretty much the harness section that you're going to need. So there are some extra modules there, I think, that allow this thing to switch and also make sure it's not going to flicker when it's doing daytime running lights versus doing your high beams. So there's two of those modules in here. And then we've got some zip ties, some extra wiring there, and they give us some bolts there, some connectors, and some wiring loom. First step I'm going to do is I'm going to remove this cowling right here. So there's a series of these type of snap-in clips that hold that in place. It looks like somebody's probably taken this off before because there's two different ones. When we go to reinstall that though, we'll probably put that one there and this one over here on the other side so it at least matches. These look like the OEM clips, so just watch for that. What I like to do is take a little pick tool. You can stick it down on the side of that and just pull up underneath it like that. This is the bulb that you're going to remove right here. So you need to press on that pin, push down on the harness, and then rotate the bulb out. Go ahead and do that on your driver and your passenger side. Okay, there's a lot of light reflecting in this area, so I had to kind of put a black cloth over me right here to show you the clocking. But the bulb is in there. I'm going to rotate it from the back side. I don't know if you can see this or not, but you're wanting that bulb to be straight up and down inside that housing. So it's kind of hard for me to show you this on camera, and this front angle is better to show you than it is from the back side because you can't see the bulb from that back side. But you really want to clock this so that this bulb is sitting straight up and down when it's fully locked in place. On the clocking for this set, I was able to just get that screw pretty much lined up with the wiring harness on both sides, and mine are sitting pretty straight after I did that. So I want to show you just if you can see, if the reflection doesn't really bother us here, but there are lines inside this headlight housing, and I'm just trying to make sure that that bulb is straight with those lines. If you back away or if you're too close, you may look at it and think that you're not lined up or that you're not level. So there's a bunch of lines here around the headlight that can make you think you're not level, but pretty much check those lines there on that headlight, and you're going to see where that LED should be shining on the reflectors there. So that's the method that I'm using to make sure that I'm clocked properly and that I'm lined up. Next thing we're going to do over here on the driver's side, you're going to loosen this 10mm bolt where this ground wire is, and you want to get these out of your harness kit. And I've already put some of their wire loom on here before I do this step. So I like to cut my wire loom a little short so I can run some electrical tape to hold it to the wire there. So I've already prepared that on both ends, and we're going to do this module for the driver's side. Over here on the passenger side, right behind the air box, you have an empty hole here from the factory, and they give you a supplied bolt that you're going to run in there to hold that ground wire on. I've already prepared this module for this side as well by putting that wire loom on there. So we're going to attach that ground wire on the passenger side. From the module that you've used from the wiring harness there, you're going to use this plug to plug back into the factory harness there. And one thing that they point out is you want this positive wire, positive symbol there going towards the green wire, and you also have a white wire on this 4Runner. So the negative wire should be going towards that white wire. This does have a clip on both sides, so it's important. You could connect it the other way. They do say it won't damage the light if you did connect that wrong, but just pay attention to that. They want this positive towards your green and the negative towards your white. Do that for both the driver's side and the passenger side. Next thing you want to do, this is from the harness side, and this is where the bulb is right here. So you want to line these two up, and the good thing is I can see the red wire here, and this will plug either way. So if you look at it that way, there's a positive and negative. So I'm going to plug it up where I can see the red wire going towards the positive and the black wire going towards the negative. Again, you won't damage this, but if you do have an issue with the bulb not coming on, you may have to rotate this, just depending on what's going on with the bulb. On this module, they've got a connector right here that you're going to have to use the supplied harness that they have. So what they want us to do is run this to the positive wire there, and then you have a short piece right here on the harness where it Y's off. You're going to want to put that on the one on the driver's side. The longer one, you're going to run over there on the passenger side. And I'm going to run that wire, I'll show you in the next video, along this cowling section right here that we took off earlier. And then once we do that, we can test everything, and then we can tie everything up. But right now, I'm going to go ahead and connect to the positive side of the wire with this harness that they supplied. It does have a fuse on there, so we're going to connect that short end to this part right here, and the longer end go to the other side. On the headlight side, they've got this little tiny other connector here. We're not using that. They've got a little cap over that, so you don't have to do anything with this. So once we're ready to tie everything up, we'll just zip tie that down and tape over that. On this step, what we're doing is, before we route on any of this, we're double checking everything works. I've got everything connected and plugged in. So right here, you can see the daytime running light is on. Definitely a lot brighter than the factory bulb that they had in there. And I will show you and demonstrate the high beam as well. Another test before we put all the wiring harness in, you can see the high beam is on now, and it is blinding. Again, this is in daylight, so you can only imagine what that's going to look like at night. Before I tie up over here on the driver's side, I was going to show you, this is my harness kind of coming down from that ground wire and the power wire, and then all of the connections here. I did use a piece of their 3M tape there to put both modules together, and I put a zip tie on that. So if you can see that, if that becomes an issue with heat, then I will disconnect that or take those back apart. I'm going to finish tying this up over here on the driver's side and just kind of make that tied up out of the way. I'm coming out right here, if you could see. I'm coming out right beside the headlight section right here, and then I'll show you how I'm going to route over here by the cowling area. For the wiring harness going to the passenger side, so I just went underneath this piece of plastic here, and I kept it close up underneath this section of the frame, and you can feel underneath there and route up underneath some stuff, and you can see some of my zip ties to hold that in place. And don't forget that wiper cowling is going back on here. I didn't want to lay it over the top here, just in case the wiper cowling had to come off and someone had to work in this area. I didn't want that harness kind of falling around here, but you could typically route it here at the top. Where you see these tabs right here, there's actually a factory wiring harness on the back side of that. So if you really wanted to zip tie to that, you could do that as well. Now it comes all the way to this side here, and it comes out about where that wiring harness is for the headlights here. I've already taped all this down as well, and everything's kind of out of the way there, if you can see that. So if you had to replace a headlight bulb, you could still get to that. I'm going to put this cowling back on later. I have another project coming up right after this one, so stay tuned for that. So I'm going to need this off, but if you needed to reinstall that, just put it back on and snap all your clips back on, and you should be done. And again, there's one last look of what this looks like here with the daytime running lights and the brights. Those are now LED. If it looks like it's flickering on camera, it is definitely not doing that right here in front of me. Hopefully you found this information useful or helpful, and if it was, please subscribe and share. And that's to the point.